about Rachel Zegler, who hands down destroyed the Snow White production just out of her own selfish needs? Well, the producer's son has something to say about that on Instagram. Those that don't know, Rachel Zegler, she played Snow White in the live-action production, and the entire time, she made it her life mission to be as insufferable as possible. All of the promotions, she was talking about how she's a feminist and that's why she deserves to get paid for every second she's in that dress and every second that it's streamed. She even had the balls to say that she should have been paid the most because she was a woman, despite the fact that tens of thousands of people worked on that production and deserved to be paid equally too. No, she felt like she deserved the majority of it. Well, the producer flew all the way to where she was at just to reprimand her and be like, look, you're being selfish and you single-handedly ruined this movie in the box office. Because guess what? Even people like myself, and I love Snow White, I'm never gonna see it because of her stank ass attitude. Jonah Platt went on Instagram to defend his father when some loser commented, your dad flew to NYC to reprimand a young actress. Any words on this? Because that's creepy as hell and uncalled for. Imagine being as insufferable as you can be at work, and then when your male boss calls you in to reprimand you, you'd be like, well, that's creepy. People have the right to free speech, no? Shame on your father. This is exactly the type of audience that Rachel Zegler is like attracting when she keeps pushing out these femcel ideologies. But that's all right, because Jonah Platt, he clapped back and he said, you really want to do this? Yeah, my dad, the producer of an enormous piece of Disney with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, had to leave his family to fly across the country to reprimand his 20-year-old employee for dragging her personal politics into the middle of promoting the movie for which she signed a multi-million-dollar contract to get paid to do publicly for. This is called adult responsibility and accountability. Something feminists don't know very well, buddy. We're there with you. And her actions clearly hurt the film's box office. Free speech does not mean you're allowed to say whatever you want in your private employment without repercussion. Tens of thousands of people worked on that film, and she hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires at the risk of all the colleagues and crew and blue-collar workers that depended on that movie to be successful. Narcissism is not something to be coddled and encouraged. Yeah, we're just gonna leave one of those for him real quick. Imagine getting paid multi-million dollars to do a movie and you're just so narcissistic, so wrapped up in your own greed that you can't shut the fuck up about the fact that you deserve more. I just put it into perspective for you. Rachel Zegler destroyed Snow White so bad that even people who love West Side Story, like the OG West Side Story movie, they did a reenactment of it. They did a new modern version of it, and Rachel Zegler was in it, and people refused to see it just because she was in it. I am one of those people. This girl could have used her voice to talk about equal pay for female actresses, better work environments, and instead she said, I deserve more, causing that movie to have millions of dollars in losses. Nah, but women are still supporting this because a man directed the movie. Feminism being insufferable, ladies and gentlemen.